Well, hello again. If it isn't you, and you, who are you are. I really like this quote a lot by Walter Russell. That maybe I'll wait for someone else to show up. At least there'll be two people to hear me say it live. But the mediocrity is self-inflicted and genius is self-bestowed. I really like that. What's up, Skyhopper? I really like that a lot. Mediocrity is self-inflicted and genius is self-bestowed. And this, I think, really feeds into people that are learners and people that are non-learners. People that care about and that have an idea that the world expands and your knowledge becomes greater and you're part of the grand consciousness and scheme of things, and that what you were told by someone isn't necessarily the truth. In fact, most of the time, it's not the truth. But people will defend it. They will defend bullshit. I can see when they defend bullshit when there's a lot of money on the line. But most people just defend bullshit because well, if you were told something for 20 years, and it's just awful. Like if you like, I've seen kids that play basketball, and their jump shot is just broken. It goes in, but there's so many moving parts, and it's not a good idea to be doing that all the time, because as your energy goes down during a game, the less moving parts within a jump shot, the easier it's going to be to continue to practice the same exact thing. So if you played 5 games in a day, the person with the very streamlined, perfected jump shot, it's going to go in later in the game. It's going to go game 5, even if you're tired, because the technical capacity is there. So this is like saying right and wrong. I'm not trying. I'm trying to use basketball reference towards logic and just how the world works and becoming better at something. Where people won't change the jump shot. It goes in, but it's just broken, and people's knowledge base is broken. And on Instagram, there's no learning on Instagram. I don't know why anybody posts anything on Instagram. I really don't. This is why my Instagram page is just about mostly stupid shit, pictures of just random shit and just part of my life. It's not. I'm not trying to educate people on Instagram, because there is no fucking educating people on Instagram. The only thing you get into is one-line fucking back and forth arguments with dolts and people that ain't really concerned with educating themselves and furthering themselves or believing in the next generation. I don't know how the fuck they think, but I suppose it has something to do with a slight atheistic conundrum in their mind, a slight belief that the lights go out and everything's over, and probably some sort of belief in this. Once this is done, it's done. I'm getting the fuck out of here. What's up, Jamie Brown? What's up, Eli Jin? What's up, Jonah Mon? What's up? Yeah, Eli Jin. Only recently, Eli Jin, is it full of numbers just because it's hilarious. If you walked with me during a day, and if I had my camera out the entire day, you would see that happen dozens of times during a day. Uncanny amount of times. But so I post those lately. But yeah, man, less flexibility in young people. Yeah, it becomes very rigid. It's kind of like, how when you come out the womb, your tendons and your muscles and your bones and your everything is like, you're very malleable, and you're movable, you're moldable. You're only moldable if your mold dries. Now, if we use this in a really big way, like the lack of hydration in people's system is what caused them to dry out and be like water, my friends. That old Bruce Lee joint. And so, in the sense of Instagram and YouTube, you got people that are coming and listen, that they're interested in knowledge. But as far as Instagram goes, Instagram is 100% people just like, they think they know something and they're gonna post some bullshit, and then they'll get you getting the fucking dumbest arguments. And it's just like, why? I'm at the point where I'm just like, okay, you're right. I don't really gotta prove shit or say shit to people, because everything I know is fucking, it's fact. It's fact. You can fact check this shit. It's black and white. It's simple. And I'm just, you know, so I'm like, I've just watched so many, you know, because I like to scroll through and see some cool shit. There's a lot of inspiring and uplifting things, and there's people selling shit, which is great. I think it's a nice little marketplace, but there is this one-sided, it's preposterous. It's just, I don't even want to say the word, because it's such a weird place that, like, it's so driven by the same thing that everything else is driven by, corporatocracy, and which is the belief in a dead system, which is fine. I mean, there's a lot of things that we play with that are dead and not living, like this plastic cup, dead system. The beer inside of it, living system. So I need the dead system to provide me with a living system, and that's, I understand all that, but the YouTube, man, it's like this flat earth thing with people, and how people like just really don't want to learn. Like, you tell people certain things and they just grab those things and throw them to the side, and they'll say one thing that is like, but you're not addressing the first couple things. They give you like, well, what about this? What about this? What about this? What about this? And you answer those, but you don't answer one thing, and they're like, well, I told you, see, that you can't explain that, but you can explain the other 90% of it away. And nobody's really trying to hear. Nobody even noticed. Nobody wants to hear. I mean, like I just said, man, it's so, fuck it. You're right. Okay, sure. Whatever you say. Okay, buddy. It's pointless to talk to motherfuckers these days. It's just idiotic. Like, there's too many stupid people. I'm with Bill Burr on this. You know, let's thin the herd. These motherfuckers gotta go. They just get in the way of progress for the next generation of humans and of children that are coming out, that should actually be of a higher, like, they're older, they should be of a higher capacity if you really think about, like, age. Like, they already went through the system once, if you believe in that kind of thing. Kids out here knowing what's going on. What's up, Dre Gray? Never seen you around, man. What's going on? Indoctrination, intoxication, intrusion, infusion. Yep. We are diffusers. We are the diffusers. Jonamon, are you asking me? Is it my first Halloween in New Orleans? No, I've been here for 6 or 7 years. I don't even know. Maybe I'm over exaggerating. Maybe I've only been here for 5 years. I don't know. It feels like I've been here a long time. You know what I mean? I've been here long enough. Are you saying it's yours? Or are you asking? Because I've been here. Halloween is amazing here. Didn't you look at my Instagram? You can see some pictures of me last year. Pretty funny. It's one of the first Halloweens I ever really got dressed up. But in fact, I didn't even get dressed up on Halloween. And I got there's 3 days to the day. There's the Day of the Dead, and go look in all that. I got dressed up on a after Halloween, and came out because people weren't aware. There's the Day of the Dead and the Day of the... Well, go do research on that, and I'll tell you, you can look at the picture. I was walking around like there was only a couple of us that were dressed up because we knew about the holidays. Yeah, exactly. That's always the thing, Eli Jen. You say, because their name is attached to it, they won't say shit. Most people ain't got, you know... Anybody that say shit to me, 100% guarantee they have no content on their channel. They don't hear. So it's just fun for me. Like, I don't know. Everybody hears me kind of goof off with motherfuckers that say some stupid shit on my channel, but because I like doing it. I find it humorous. I enjoy it. Some people are like, oh, Zen's about to go off. He's mad or whatever. And I'm like, no. I think it's humorous. I like that kind of humor. You know, I'm from the Northeast. You gotta have thick skin. You gotta be able to fucking just shoot the shit with people. Oh, sure, you know, my emotions get ahead of me sometimes, but Yeah, and it's always the thing. They always got private profiles. They ain't really trying to be a, no. What up, Roy Reef? You happy to see you on your TV? Excellent. This would be the second time I've been on a TV. I was I forget who it was. Maybe like six months ago. No, not even that long. Somebody was in a pub in Ireland, and somebody that I kind of corresponded with enough. He's like, dude, I'm putting you on the TV at the pub right now. And it was like, you know, the middle of the day in Ireland. He's like, yeah, there's all my friends here. We're putting you on the big screen. I was like, oh, fucking, this is weird. But okay, here I am. Scott Hopper, I like what you're doing right now. What up, Danny? What up, Zek Chrono? Gentlemen, I mean, that's always the thing. I mean, who isn't float? What is that song? Is that Modest Mouse? Come on, go. If you don't know it, go listen to Modest Mouse, Float On. You know? What you gonna do? It's like, you know, you try to get a grasp of what's going on in life for like 45 seconds, and then it just like, whew, float on, you know? Float on, you fucking beautiful bastards. Well, Dre Gray, that's awesome, man. I don't know what you've listened to me say before, but hopefully it's helpful. I'm drinking Wi-Fi and spirits. Well, yeah. I mean, if you're watching, I mean, if you really know, if you really pay attention, just getting on a YouTube, anybody's channel, it's a type of spirit. It could be a demonic, it could be an angelic, it could be a god, it could be a demigod, it could be any level of spirit, right? Just like drinking a spirit. This thing here is feeding you information, just like a beer is feeding information. So, like I've explained before, is you get to talk to me, just what I am, 100% sometimes. And sometimes you get me with a little garnish of a beer, which actually lets me be more of myself. Sometimes you get a lot of gin or vodka or whatever, which loosens up different things. I might even throw spirits into me. So you get to talk to different kind of spirit. And so just by being on a Wi-Fi signal, you're getting broadcast a spirit. And it doesn't matter who it is. The person is a spirit. A person is 100% a spirit. Whether anybody, you know, there might be some NPCs. There might be some people that are just like shut off. That they're just the pineal and the eyes and the whole glaze and like, I'm just getting through life. Like there might be a few of those. I've interacted with them to a certain degree. I've seen people like that, but then I've made eye contact with them and they shook. They're like, But so the point of this is, you're always interacting with spirit. Anything you do, as soon as you breathe, breath is called spirit. Yes. So if you're breathing, you're interacting with spirit. I'm sitting with this tree here. This is another spirit. So I sit on a spirit tree, take my shoes off. I can earth myself out a little bit. I don't even know why these things are still on. I got to get some new shoes. I only got these because my old ones I gave away. Somebody needed them. So I'm not really fond of these new ones. They're all right. They get me around. Can't be walking through the streets barefooted. People can look at me weird. I can do that once in a while. Oh, yeah. You're drinking with my spirits. Yeah, but Wi-Fi. So it still means the same thing, you know? Wifey. A wifey? A Wi-Fi. Why do you think they call it Wi-Fi? Wifey. It's connected to the web. The web is the wifey. The mother, think about the Black Widow spider. Think about the chick that plays pool. She's called the Black Widow. It's connected to weaving the weaving the webs of the internet, and the internet is another network, right, of information, and it's connected to what you'd consider mama or mother or wife, to a Wi-Fi, a wifey. They still spirits too, though, you know. It's just whether it's an electronic or a magnetic spirit. That's a whole nother thing. Leli Jin, you like to be the center of attention, but it's the only time that I get stuck in my head, like I don't want to let the people down. I hear you on half of that. I don't like being the center of attention. I don't mind it sometimes, but I'm very introverted. most people would never believe me, but I'm very introverted because they see me in a very small piece of myself. So if they see me out for 2 hours or 3 hours or 4 hours, maybe even 6 hours, maybe a whole day, but they don't see me for the other 7 days, I'm like, well, you don't know what I was doing 6 days out of the 7. So 80% of the time I'm being introverted low key, right? So just because I'm building up all the energy to extrovert myself, it's implosion to explode. It's like that inversion. It's a inverse principle of how everything works. If you magnetize yourself, you can electrocute people. But yeah, the letting people down. Yeah, man, I hear you on that. That's why like I'm about to do this hey, thanks for joining me. 5,000 people have subscribed, and I have almost 1 million views on my videos. I'm a little short of that right now, but it'll be coming soon. 5,000 people, almost 1 million views, but what is it, about 100,000 hours? Is that right? I think it's almost 100,000 hours worth of people watching this shit, which is pretty crazy. That's kind of, when I started making these, I was like, never even considered that. It's kind of weird, but as long as people are learning, as long as people are actually there to learn, and most people, I think, they recognize real quick that if they're not here to learn, you can get the fuck out of here. It's like to walk into an MIT classroom. They're like, we're gonna put you on a scholarship for free. You walk in this classroom, you shut your fucking mouth, and people are just gonna, mouth up. They wouldn't be willing to do that. And I think that's pretty much how it works. You're walking into like a 500 level, 600 level PhD course from MIT for free. Rory, what you saying tastes like sulfur? Your spirits taste like sulfur? Lean back here. There's I'm at this new park today. It's a different part of New Orleans. This is a very small park, so all the benches are taken up, mostly by people smoking herbs and houseless cats. It's kind of where people hold up during the day. They close the park off at night since people gotta scatter. It's kind of sucky. They should just let them sleep in here. I don't know why the fuck the city does that. I can see how they don't want them setting up tents all the time and shit, but oh well. What's up, Juniperus? Is that Chrono? Someone needs to eat that dude? Yeah, he's a fucking goofball. I used to kind of respect him, and now I just know he's a shithead. After he went and he ran up and like, look, I don't like vegans as much as he doesn't. But he's the antithesis to it, which means if there's a thesis, there's an antithesis, and he's so wrong and so silly, and he when he did that shit, I was like, yo, that's just uncouth. I don't have morals. I don't have ethics. So for me, out of anyone to say someone's being uncouth, morally or ethically wrong, I won't say morally or ethically wrong, because he was fine in doing it. It just wasn't funny. It wasn't funny. It wasn't cute. It was so silly. It was like, I don't know if anybody's seen it, because anybody that doesn't know who that fucking dude is, I had a little chitty chat with him one day. He didn't want to hear it. He's the same non-learner. He thinks he, like, I mean, I don't get it. But then again, he came from a culture of that, and he has a, once you get a big enough channel and you're making money at it, and you got enough followers, you're feeling real big about yourself. More people, like, oh, people are listening to me. Yeah. So imagine the day that, like, most people are like, oops, sorry about that. I wasn't lying. I just didn't know any better. That's hard to do. How many times have I had to do that? I'm sorry about that. I have to do that to myself. Like, growing up, to finding the way of the Orin, and finding the way of the water, or finding the way of, like, what salts aren't, and all of this. I had to go through learning phases and process where I had to go, I was fucking wrong about that. I was wrong about the salt thing. I was wrong about ingesting Dead Sea salts. I thought it was a thing. I thought You know, we all go through these things, but it's just a matter of going, oh, I was fuck. Yeah, it seemed right at the time, but this motherfucker, I think he's just not willing to research. He's not really willing to do the effort. He's not willing to consider the cultures that have been vegetarian for millennia, and there's many of them. Not just cultures, but like the amounts of people. There's lots of them. And this is coming from somebody that I don't care what the fuck you eat. There's a reason to eat meat. There's a reason to drink raw blood. There's a reason to drink milk. There's a reason to eat honey. There's a reason to eat vegetables. There's a reason to stew your food. There's a reason to eat fruits. But it depends on your locality and your climate. There's a lot to do with it. And I break that shit down for everybody because I think it's more important that people are living locally and within their energetic system. Like for me, it makes no sense for me right now to be. I can't interact with something that's 10 miles away, you know what I'm saying? So what good would it be for me in, say, the dead of winter, if I lived in northern Canada, to be like outside eating strawberries? See how fucking ridiculous that is? Or you know those days when you're at the beach and then the only places that are around are fried food places and you feel like shit after eating them? It makes no fucking sense, does it? But yet people live that way, and the people subscribe to these kind of channels and concepts of knowledge. Like, you know, I get it. I get why people get stuck there, but like, grow the fuck up. You just learn to go, I was kind of fucking wrong about that one. To say that all people eat meat, he's a fucking, talk to some really strong black dudes. And when I say black, I mean melanated folk that will snap him in half, that are vegetarians, lifelong vegetarians. I want him to look someone like the strong Ethiopian dudes, some strong Indian dudes. How about some strong Indian dudes with the glowing white eyes and the shiny pearly fucking teeth and the beautiful hair and the skin and just massive. That's been eating nothing but fruits and vegetables and probably a little cow's milk and ghee here and there. And I want him to look that person in the face that will snap him in half like a fucking twig. I want him to say that, your diet is subpar and stupid and you need to eat meat. See, that's what it is. That's the northern region of the non-melanated idiots, which we're not going to go into why that happened because that's a long conversation. But if you get closer to where the sun is, spiraling around the top of our flat plane of existence, around there is going to be where all the fruits grow, and the fruits aren't going to grow in the north. But you can't tell people from the fucking north to eat fruits, and you can't tell people from the equator, Ecuador, that they need to eat animals because they don't need to. They might choose to because we are a creature and a creator of choice. That whatever is at your disposal, feel free. But to tell somebody that they need to do something to be strong and powerful. That dude is wackadocious. Like just his whole presentation is garbage science. He sucks on the same tit of scientism as vegans suck on, which is why I don't even really respond to vegans or him because they're both as foolish. Veganism is a brand new bullshit thing. It's all plasticized, and meat eating is so fucking like antiquated. That wasn't even like when you even look into like what the native of the land in America's ate. America meaning rich soul. That's what the word means. America means rich soul. These people that were eating of the earth, they weren't eating soul food and what you think soul food is. All that fucking hog maw and chitlins and that ain't real. That's as fake as fucking slavery is. So for people to come out here trying to sell people a diet to eat meat, hey, if that motherfucker's got to do it, but don't act like he got science on his side, because scientism and his pushback fucking hairline ain't saying much for him. What's he? How does anybody know how that dude is? He'll get his wig fucking pushed back, yo. Fucking stupid. See, it is. That's the isness. The dude is doing it for business and for cash. Because why would he be speaking unless his channel was making him some cheddar? You know, there's a point where your channel gets big enough where you make enough money where that's your breadwinnings, unless you're willing to change over and say, oh, excuse me, sorry, or I fucked up there. It's authenticity and integrity, and I don't think he has either of those. I'll bite his fucking face off. So that's just me joking, because I don't really need all that shit. I do it in the fucking other realms. What's up, Branches? Danny, funny you said the word Junie today, because there's because Ami is going to hang out with somebody named Junie today. Very funny. What waifu? Yeah. Yeah, there you go, Eli Jin. I mean, if your information is ever like delivered second or third hand, it's inauthentic. You're not authentic. And so this is why you find me. I mean, there's a lot of things I know because I've done a lot of stupid shit and I've done a lot of smart shit, and I've found a lot of information in different ways. That if I don't know something, I'm gonna be like, I don't fucking know, and I can say, well, hey, this is my best guess possible because it would seem, you know, how things work. But a lot of people, they just go and just repeat shit off the internet, and it's hogwash. It's hogwash. You know. Hey, is that Chrono? You're barbecuing a family? Are you gonna go hang out with Siveringins or whatever, Siveringe 3 or yeah? Is he barbecuing a family? And see, the funny thing is when I used to fuck with that dude a little bit, just to finish off this little tirade on this stupid shit, I used to fuck with him. I used to watch his channel and I liked a lot of what he was saying. But then he started using a lot of really stupid. You know, just like, well, this scientific experiment. Like, man, we can play science experiments all day. We'll play science experiments to what fucking blue in the face. Tell me who paid for it. Let's do all the research on that. You're gonna lose every time because there's no good science really going on anywhere. It's gonna be hard to find that. You only find that if somebody's not getting paid to do it, and they'd be called yogis or shamans. But yeah, I used to fuck with the dude because a lot of what he was saying was super fresh. And then he just got really preachy and weird. Like, oh well. Gin and Kraken? Oh, the Kraken is what's up. Juniperus, did you say super moist? It's like a moist oyster. Moist oyster. Oh man, Roy, what you doing eating malt liquor is not a good idea. That truly, if there is a non-melanated people out there trying to poison the melanated community, malt liquor is one of the fucking things. It's melanated liquors and cool cigarettes, you know, the shit that's in Cools, which is basically as far as, I mean, all cigarettes that have additives are shit, but there's when you add mint, what mint does here, I'll give you a little info here. They add mint and they add that shit that used to be in drywall or some shit. And what it does is mint on its own will open up the lung passages to bring more information in. So whatever you're taking in, the mint is going to make it 10 times worse for you. Or 10 times better if you're actually just using tobacco. And if you take your weed and you take some mint, and it's for any of you fucking ganja smokers out here, I'm being real. Go find some really good peppermint and spearmint in someone's backyard. Dry that shit out. Put that in with your herb. you're gonna need way less herb, and it's gonna fucking blow your fucking mind up. And if you're really smart, what you do is you take some real deal tobacco. You take some tobacco is the mother or the father figure, the marijuana is the mother figure, and then the spearmint or peppermint, mint means mind, is a conduit or an opening for the mind. It opens up everything in the lungs to bring more blood, you know. So your lungs are basically, all your blood is going through your lungs. It's getting sprayed in your lungs, like fine spray mist, and that there's an oxidation happening there. And so all of that is happening at a bigger, faster rate. And so the mint will cause you to get fucking literally higher. So there you go. Don't do it with shitty ass, don't do that with shitty things, but because see, that's what they did. They took that mint and they started, like Newports and Cools and all this shit, they started putting it in cigarettes with a bunch of other chemicals. So that when it would take all the other chemicals and put it in the body quicker. You have scabies. What alive and awake, let me help you. I haven't heard the word scabies since the vitamin C deficiency when people were on boats and shit. I don't know, man. You gotta give me a day. Give me a day to think on that if you're being real. What is a scabie, man? I thought that was just a joke that was running. Yeah, you like friends because you both do that stupid little laugh whenever you talk. I do little laughs now and then when I talk, but I mean, what is that saying about what you're talking about? Eli Jen, you already said that you're very antisocial, and it means you're scared. So you're scared of saying what you have to say. He's scared of saying what he has to say because he knows he's bullshit. You might just be scared of what you have to say. I don't like him or dislike him. Let me put it that way. I'm just saying that you notice people's idiosyncrasies and shit. You can watch me talk sometimes and I'll do like and ums, and sometimes I'll just be like, it just depends. But most of the time that I've seen him speak, he seems pretty much inarticulate at best. Seems like he's not working right, and he's like, ha ha, and he's trying to make fun of people. He's like, when people, like the other day I was watching this video of Sadhguru and a bunch of students that were law students, and they kept yelling at Sadhguru, and everybody else would be going ha ha ha. They'd be like laughing, but they were laughing because it was so fucking repulsive and ridiculous and stupid for what they were saying that they just thought the only thing they had to do was just stand behind it, laughter, and their laughter was phony and disingenuous and not genuine at all. And that's how people are sometimes. They hide behind laughter. They hide behind their own lack of confidence. They hide behind a lack of understanding, of realness, of wisdom, and that's just what it is. I don't know the dude like that, but when he speaks, he's not on my level. You know, I'm not saying I'm above or below him or anything. I'm just saying he's not on my level, whatever that is. He seems like a jackass. To go eat meat at a fucking vegan convention is a real shitty thing to do. It's like people just throwing blood on vegans. You know what I'm saying? Like, what kind of fucking retard are you? Like, I get pushing the envelope and being, shitty to people, like, just to get a rise out of people. But that's some next level shit, man. If you gotta do it, you gotta do it, But that shit ain't cute. Now there's his snicker or his laughter. If that's why you identify with him and you like him, you better start choosing your friends better, Daniel Pena said, show me your friends and I'll show you your future. Show me your friends and I'll show you your future. That's why the devil walks alone. Point to my friends. You won't see them anywhere. They're right here. Well, thank you, Skyhopper. What's up, Spherical Kyle? That's crazy. You bring your own food? That's cool. Though, you got to pay attention to, like, eating everything around. I'm eating this whole park up right now. I'm listening to my crows, my Badu's over here, the crows, and I'm eating this sunlight and the clean oxygen from the trees and the sound of these kids playing over here. And this, you know, like the sounds, that's food, that's knowledge, that's information, and all that information is making up your physical body. Do you know that song by Knuckle Bear? Knuckle Bear, We Are Bodies of Info. Go look that up. Knuckle Bear, put some headphones on, and if you don't cry during the song, you're not alive. Knuckle Bear, Medicine for the People. Go listen to that song. It's a 10-minute song. The video is fucking amazing too. Go listen to that. And I hear you on the bringing the own food thing. I really do. I dig that, because I used to do that a lot. You know, whenever I'd water fast and I was doing the vegetarian thing real hard, I was just like, everything's got to be perfect. And then I realized, like, there's this whole fucking world out here. Everything can't be perfect, you know? There's no, like, it's already perfect the way it is. I'm enjoying it, and the less rules that I had to apply to myself and everyone else, the better my experience was. Meaning, if I went to a restaurant and they had vegetable soup but it had chicken stock in it, that was my first step of going, stop being so fucking rigid. Because I used to, for 7 or 8 years, it was strictly vegetables, like vegetarians, and, you know, vegetables and fruits, and, you know, it was it. And it just became so troublesome, because I became so frustrated and upset with everything around me, going, what the fuck, why doesn't everybody else get this? Why are we still murdering the animals? I would never go to the place of being vegan, because I always knew veganism was fucking retarded. But my own behavior was like, this isn't serving me to, like, there's chicken stock in there. Who the fuck cares? Just eat it. And as soon as I did that, I became happier and healthier. I mean, I don't know to what level of health. I don't know. You know, there's so many different things I do in my life. But, you know, your health is only how you perceive it, right? I mean, if you feel happy and you seem happy, well, then you're fucking happy. There it is. That's health. Health 101. Be happy. And if you don't know how to be happy, do something different. What isn't making you happy? What isn't providing you happiness? Do something different. Change the way you perceive it. I don't know. So, yeah, the food thing, I hear you, though, man. Yeah, well, veganism a spherical cow. I mean, just stop giving yourself the label vegan and just make it easy. Just be a vegetarian. Because we care for cows and dogs and cats too. But we don't eat plasticized food. We don't follow a religious ideal. We don't follow it. And by we, I just mean humans. I'm a people. I'm a person. I'm a God. This is how I live. And like vegetation and fruits seem to be the right way where I live right now. Sometimes there's some chicken broth. Sometimes there's some pork chops. I don't fucking know. If I go there and they're grilling the pig, motherfucker gotta eat, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna eat the pig. And there's a lot more deeper psychology in that shit too, really. If you really understood that. It goes back into, but we'll do that another time. I've done that before. I don't want to do that here. But the point of the vegan thing is, man, you gotta pay attention. There's so much plastic and so much bullshit in that food, man. You gotta start. Feel free to go into my other videos that I've made on it. Look up my name and any other thing on vegans, vegetarian, water fasting. I have a lot of information on that shit in there, because I hate to like rehash it every time we're on here, but veganism is not the way, man. Veganism, you're gonna find, I'm gonna make it as simple as possible. And this is the thing that I want to say to people. If you know that the culture and society and the doctors and everything is fucked, and it's always pushed against you, and that there's always a problem reaction solution, meaning they're going to cause you a problem and then give you the little white pill to fix it, then there would be no way veganism would be so popularized unless they knew, of course, that it was going to cause some sort of detriment in your health. And the detriment in your health is going to be that you're eating so many plastic bullshit things out of the middle of the aisles that say vegan, that have nothing to do with living foods, that have nothing to do with health, and you're gonna go buy your fucking Kangen alkaline water, because that shit's dog shit too. And it's gonna do everything to take away from your life, your energy, your blood, your health, your well-being. And until you learn the difference between, just go eat the food. The food is right there, B. Just go eat the food, whatever it is. I mean, you don't have to eat the meats. Go eat the fruits and the vegetables. Drink the living beer. If you don't like beer, fucking don't do it. But you're gonna find yourself not being able to digest things, and then go ahead and find yourself some sauerkrauts. Blah blah blah. It's a very simple. Life is very simple. And everybody want to go and make it fucking difficult with labels and crews and this and that. I don't get it, man. I mean, I get it, but beyond fluid, second day in distilled water and urine. This would be the third fastest here. Yeah, the urine really curbs the appetite. Of course, dude. I got to get back there too. I've been you know, half a glass of urine here and there, because, you know, whenever I go hard on being like out in public and just fucking with people, you know, just interacting with dense beings, I can't sit here drinking urine all day and just levitate on shit and talk to people. People walk away from me because it's too much energy. You know what I mean? You'll notice, like, at first you'll start drinking urine and you'll start glowing and people want to walk up and talk to you, but then the energy becomes so much, it'd be like, it's kind of like looking at the sun dead in the eyes. Like, you can't, most people ain't trying to stare at the sun. Imagine that you become that. That's what happens. Just be wary of that down the line. And you'll notice it happen. It has nothing to do with attitude, it has nothing to do with superiority, it has to do with how much energy you're throwing off your body, that some people just won't be able to walk around you. And that's a good thing for a lot of it, but in a lot of ways, if you want to be a teacher, that's really difficult, because ain't people going to want to listen to you. It's the same reason that people that have a lot of money, people that are poor don't want to listen to them, because they go, oh, they don't know my struggle, they don't know my life. But yet these people maybe went through the struggle. Maybe they went through that Jimmy Butler, you know, living in a car, blah, 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 went to college on some weird shit. You know, I don't know if that story's true, blah, 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 but maybe it was. Where you just, all of a sudden now you got money. You came up out the shit. And they show you energy and currency. People ain't gonna want to look at you, so you can't be a teacher. And I enjoy being a teacher, so I have to go off of that high vibe and just wop wop wop. Because imagine if I'm driving I'm driving that McLaren. I'm driving that really nice Porsche, you know, and you driving the little dunker, right? You gonna talk to me? I can pull up next to you, like, hey, what's up, man? You don't really believe me, what I'm saying to you? You're gonna drive next to me? I'm gonna slow my car down just to fucking fuck with you and your broken ass brakes and shit. That's how it is on the urine, you know? That's how it is when you upgrade anything in your consciousness and in your level of wisdom and your level of who you are. Like, how many times do you really see me fucking with people? Like, yeah, every now and then I'll be talking to people, but no, it's a difficult thing. I have to lower my vibration down to even get into a system to explain and articulate anything to people, to be on their level. How do you talk to short people? You got to get on your knees. It's kind of a joke, right? But how do you talk to a baby? How do you play? I mean, this is real. How do you play with a dog? You have to get down on the floor and play with the dog. You don't stand up and hover over it. You have to get down and play on its level. So it's kind of like anybody that's played sports. You know very well, if you play a sport and you're good, you're really good, if you play against better players, you play better. If you play against shitty players, you play worse. I played against kids that weren't even good enough to play fucking 10th grade fucking basketball and just was like shitty. They're just terrible. And then I played against fucking D1, D2 players and played well. You know what I mean? And in the soccer field, in the basketball field, in the basketball court, whatever. And just like the same thing happens in real life. It depends on how you vibing out high. You put a nice suit and tie on, and you feeling good about yourself a while, and say, ain't nobody gonna really fuck with you. You know, like if you want to talk to them about like, hi, how you doing? You want to talk about? It's not gonna work. You have to put yourself in someone else's shoes. That's the thing. You know. How, what up, Plato? What up, Jordan Wieland? Yeah, Skyhopper, I like what you just said there. I'm a little behind, y'all. I assume I'm about 25 minutes behind. So hopefully you guys give me a second before you comment anymore. I'm back at Skyhopper's comment at 3:11, and it's 3:28 right now. It's impossible to fake magicians, authentic truth seeking, because we was that fake. Yeah. And when people be doing real magic, the thing is, there's a lot of people doing magic for real that you can mimic being a fake magician. You can do some card tricks and you can do some things to make things. I've done things in front of people with cards, a standard deck or tarot cards, that made people go, and as I'm sitting there, I'm talking, I'm saying, there is no way I'm manipulating this deck. I have no idea what I'm doing. Like, I'm telling you, and all in their mind they go, he must be really good, because I'm just fumbling with the cards and I'm just watch this just happen, and it just happens because I don't really care to manipulate cards. I'm a conduit for this shit. I don't really fucking like it. It doesn't make me money. It doesn't make me happy to like it would fucking not make me happy to manipulate people. So, but then the shit happens magically just means you can forecast the future and you already know what's to come, and it's not it's of little regard manipulating the cards properly. And it's so funny, I just don't know how to do that, and it's when people have accused me of doing that, I'm just like, okay, sure. Fiber A of Spherical Cow. Fiberglass is what you were talking about. We were talking about the cool cigarettes and all of the mint flavored cigarettes is fiberglass, yes. Because the fiberglass on top of the spearmint is also cutting the lungs up. It's cutting the lungs and those little shards. Think of inhaling fiberglass. Yeah, I said drywall, but I meant whatever fiberglass is in. There's different things that fiberglass is in. And yeah, it cuts the lungs up, and you take more of the toxin in. But your lungs heal so quickly that it's no real problem. Unstance. What's up, Unstance? Skyhopper, the mint smells. Yeah, mint is what's up. Yeah, if you smoke something good though, Spherical Cow, find yourself some smokable herbs. I mean, basically every herb is smokable, but if you go to my Instagrams a while back, I have a list of I believe it's 12 different herbs. 4 beneath ground that are roots that you have to grind up, and then 4 that are vegetation, and then 4 that are flowers. So you get 12 herbs. And then I took tobacco and marijuana and wound those together, so it was like a male female around the 12. It was like it was basically combining the male female of the marijuana and the tobacco to be the one thing, the binding of the yin and yang, and then wound it around the 12 essences of what you'd call the four seasons, or the, you know, here's your 4 fingers, or the 4 of the forces, right? The ideas of north, east, west, and south, these kind of things. So I took 4 things underneath the ground, 4 things above, and 4 things in the air, and combine those, and it's a really, really good smoke. But you can find other things that are just going to be as awesome to smoke on, and it's going to be cheaper, and you won't want to smoke as much, and it will help your lungs and clean your mind. It's funny, Beyond Fluid says you've been drinking distilled for 4 years. Yeah, my dog is like 13. She's been drinking distilled as long as I can remember, and a vegetarian most of the time. And me, at this point, I don't even drink enough distilled water on a daily basis. This is me as a wreck. I'm fucking as bad as I'll look, because I've been just fucking around for like, since I started making these videos, really, I just kind of fuck around. I haven't really done too many healing things. I mean, yeah, here and there I do some time off and meditate and clean myself, but as a regular practice, I'm not, I've told people this time and time again. I don't do all the things I subscribe to people because I know how to fix myself. It's simple. So you'll see me out eating stupid shit, but then you see me like, ugh, fucked up. Okay, then I'll go out and get some sunshine, ground out, and drink a bunch of water, and then do an oil enema, blah blah blah, and I look like change everything by years. But for most people, they don't have that capacity to do that. So you should stick with drinking the distilled water. It's so funny. All the distilled liquids are going to clean you out, but make sure here, for people on a really long-term fast of any kind of anything distilled, look into doing oil bastis. Oil bastis are going to really add to balancing you out after you've cleansed your body. It's like right now, I'm on. Let's see, I'm kind of on like a grapefruit, a lot of grapefruit and oil, so I can clean out my liver and gallbladder, because I've been noticing my kidneys just feel sluggish. But for me to clean my kidneys out, I need to clean my gallbladder and liver out first. So I'm going to clean that out and then do some kidney herbs, flush that way. And I just got, you guys should see my back. I got another set of cups. You know, I got gua sha tools and cups, and I just started doing some cupping therapy on my back, just to remove a sha. That's gua sha, and the sha is basically the funk in your system that doesn't, that can't make its way through, because what you have is your veins and your arteries that are pushing blood in one direction, and then you have what you're trying to rid your body of. So you have your lymph system that is running after that, and your lymph is trying to remove things from your body, and most people's lymph system is fucked. And your lymph system is fucked because your kidneys aren't working, your skin is clogged up, you're putting deodorant on, you're putting all this weird shit in your skin, you're not cleaning your skin properly, you're surrounded by all these cars that are just like leaching fucking weird shit into your body, and so you just gotta flip it around the other way and clean up your organs in the opposite direction, and then start removing all of the junk, which is the sha, from your body. And she legit is right after you clean. Yeah. What's up, Unstance? But scurvy is from vitamin C, not scabies. What? Spherical cow, what is scabies? What's up, Torin? Hey, everybody, I really apologize. Me and Torin didn't get to do a live show from New Orleans. I thought he was going to be... here a couple more days. I didn't realize. I thought you were going the opposite direction. I thought you had already been at the beach, and that's why you were torn. I'm a little behind here, but luckily, there's a healthy possibility that I will be headed to the beach. Torin, when are you leaving? On Sunday? Is that right? Oh man, really? This is what's happening? Let me see. Oh. Give me 1 second, y'all. There we go. Got a little... There we go. I had to put a charger on here because my phone's almost dead. So yeah, sorry for everybody that knows about Torin's awesomeness, and we were supposed to link up in New Orleans. We did not get to link up, but we might be able to link up at the beach, because funny enough, he's at the beach that I also was supposed to be going to this weekend. So we'll see, Torin. I gotta talk to me about that, because it's Friday. I thought you were gonna be there on Sunday, right? Let me see what time we can leave and when we can get there, and all that shit. It's only about a 3-hour drive. And so me and Torin will do a fucking live show for y'all. We're gonna do it from here. It would have been way better from here. I had errands to run, and Torin was too busy getting stoned out of his mind, apparently. Let me scroll back through here and see where we're at here. Ooh, scabies is like bed bugs. Scabies would probably be the easiest way to get rid of that would probably be hydrogen peroxide. Vinegar would probably be good, like apple cider vinegar would probably be good. I'm just off the top, the ones that would make sense to me. Oregano oil definitely will be. It's going to kill anything, any bacteria, any living system. Tea tree. Yeah. More high test alcohol. Peace out, Eli Jin. You don't go crazy if your potato touches a piece of meat. What's up, Awakening G? The Hegelian dialectic. I'm not sure what you're speaking about there with the Hegelian dialectic. Just because you can put it in a box doesn't mean it's not true. Doesn't make sense. I don't know what you meant there, man. What's up, David Mannion? What's up, D-Man? The Essene Gospel of Peace. I believe in wholeness, not pieces. There you go, Plato. Life is simple, but it ain't easy. I remember who said that. I remember who said that too. And obviously it's probably been around for quite a while, but oh man. Yeah, and Gary, back to the after you get enough of the fiberglass in there, it's going to start to get beyond your lungs and get into the rest of your organs, and it's going to be a hard go at getting that clean. Hey Plato, you sent me? You sent me? That was you? Thank you. I appreciate that. I was gonna wait to do a video on a thank you video because I wanted to do a video for there was a couple people that sent me shit, and I wanted to just bring out the shit they sent me and be like, hey, thanks for this, and I didn't know that was you, but thank you. That's awesome. Yeah, that's feeding me. It's feeding me wine right now. Except what I do is I trick it out, yo. I go get the $2 chuck and then I fill these motherfuckers up. You know, these little motherfuckers are like, depending where you go, like $2.50. You know, so $10 when I get $2 chuck. That's fine for me. I ain't a greedy man. I mean, it's funny because I'll do this, but I only do this so that way if I go out somewhere, I can spend, you know, $15 on a cocktail. You know what I mean? I went to this magical restaurant the other day. I don't know if you know who he is, but he's a very famous New Orleans chef. Oh man, the sun is getting all up in my grills. We might have to move. Here, we're gonna move around this tree real quick. Hold on. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, so what I was saying is, I went to this really amazing restaurant the other day, and I don't know if that had a point in the story. It just was really fucking good food. That's all. That's all I had to say about that. We'll continue on. Oh, hey, how did you, hey, Plato, I shouldn't have to accept it. Did you send it through PayPal or did you send it through Cash App? Because you send it through PayPal, it shouldn't even ask. And no one's really sent me money recently. So there's a limit for both of those of a couple $100 per month or week or something. And it's once or twice top that, but if you send it through Theoluminous, I'm not gonna get it. That's not my account. You have to go to paypal.me/TsarXen. paypal.me/TsarXen, and that'll be a place to go. And if you did send me something and I didn't accept it, just fucking cancel it, dude. You know? I've had to say this to people before. Like, because they think my email is Theoluminous, they put Theoluminous in and it sends it to Theoluminous, but I don't have account. I don't have a PayPal with that. So it puts it in an account that doesn't exist. Rory Reeve, Bosties, B-A-S-T-I, Bosty, B-S-T-I. And you're probably gonna look for turmeric Bosties with sesame oil, but you'll find those in any literature on the Ayurveda. Do you got that, Ayurveda? What's up, Travis? Choo choo, what's up? Ah, yes. Okay, well, here we go. Oh, you sent it through Theoluminous. Just cancel it. If you're saying you sent it to, I can look on here again. But if you send it to, it should be the one I just said. Theoluminous is not gonna get it. That's just where I get emails from people, so I can keep shit separated, so I can kind of fuck with certain kinds of people in a certain way. If they talk to me through this, that's the account they get. I don't connect that to my PayPal. I connect a different account to my PayPal for no other reason than I just do. I don't. It's just how it worked out. Okay. So, but you're saying check it on the. You're telling me, Plato, check it on the TsarXen. You're saying you put it to TsarXen? Because if you put it to TsarXen, then yeah, I'll check it after this and I'll accept it. Thank you. Obviously, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Have my little little Elvis on there. Okay, cool. Because the other day somebody sent me $50 and I didn't know who it was because it was somebody I'd never heard of, and I didn't think it was your name. Hold on one second, y'all. What up, crow? Oh, the crow's coming through, yo. You want to see my crow friends? What up, crow? What you doing? You here? Oh, there you are. You want to come hang out? I don't know which one you are. There's like, I got like at least three girlfriends, but probably more like 5 where I live, and they kind of fly around wherever I go. They kind of just they take watch to make sure everything is going well for me. There we go. All right. See if any chairs have opened up over here. Let's check this house out right here. I'm gonna flip this around real quick. That pink ass house is not obnoxious. Like, that's just how people paint their houses here. There's way more crazier fucking colors, and but it's weird because you can't see it too well. Oh, here, check it out. There's like color in between. There's color in between there, and this is just dirt. I don't know, but you have places that will go through the trouble of coloring that all in. It's pretty decent. I don't know about the fucking blue with the pink though. You could really do a lot better with that. But fuck, not my house. Next time I see them walking out, I'll let them know. Let me go find my crow friends. What's up, Tiger Strong? Cows are very intelligent. That's why we drink their milk. If you really get into why people drink cow's milk, and you get into the Indians and all of that. Let me see if I can put my shoes on and find somewhere to sit, because this. Making my butt ache a little bit. And the light shining is not the best. Here, oh, I'll go over here. Ah, fuck yes. Okay. Well. You guys might be losing power to. There we go. Luckily I have 2 of these now. From the generous donation. See, not all of the money that people give me goes straight to alcohol. Some of it goes to a roof over my head, and some of it goes to buying weird things like this little charger for this phone. Oh, there we go. Oh, ain't that nice? What up, Cam? Raw Cam, not Raw Zen or CJ, isn't it? Isn't it? It'd be whatever you like, man. So Cameroon, New Orleans. When are you coming near here? My voice does, in a good way, hopefully. I don't know. If I told somebody, at least it doesn't make your ears bleed. I don't know. Zet Chrono, yes, I know about that African tribe. It's interesting because they do it with fresh cow urine, which doesn't make sense to me completely, because the videos I've watched is literally the cows peeing and they just grab that and put it in their hair, and I don't see how that's going to give them the ammonia or bleaching effect, because for you to get your hair to be less black, brown, melanated, dark, carbonated, you would need ammonia. So you need an acid or alkaline. You'd have to go one of the other directions to remove the coloring from it. And the cow's urine I wouldn't think would be strong enough to begin with. I mean, maybe it is, but if you want to change your hair color, you can use ammonia, you can use bleach, and you can use hydrogen peroxide. Well, I don't know if you can use ammonia. Let me redact that. I'm going to redact that, but I'm pretty sure you could. But I know people that use hydrogen peroxide just in their hair because there's extra oxygen in there, which is going to help oxidize color out of things. But yeah, I know about the tribe you're talking about. It's just so long since I've seen it. I don't have access to 100% of everything I ever watched. I'm not a fucking full-on idiot savant. Not a full-on idiot. So I don't remember everything I see. But yeah, yeah, cow urine is super good shit. Just like cow, I mean, obviously if they're producing milk from eating grass, no fat and grass, producing cow milk, it must be pretty awesome. Danny, who's Paul? Who are you talking to? Is there a Paul in the room? Oh, well, CJ, Raw Cam, Halloween is the best time here. And as soon as I get a secretary to take care of my stupid shit, like, if I had a secretary working for me to do all this shit would all get taken care of. I was just terrible thumbing through this. And if I did, well, here's what I'm getting at. Is everybody that needed an answer, I'd be able to get them an answer like this. If somebody, if I had a secretary asking me a question, I would just answer the question and then they type it in, and the answer would be fulfilled, and I wouldn't have to do all the shit because I don't have a keyboard. And if like you wanted me to fucking hang out at one of these concerts and write some shit up, I'd probably want to type it. But the point is, I could get there. There's just too many things going on. I only have so many of myself. Apparently, it's just one right now. And we'll be able to link up and do, you know, listen to music and correspond on that kind of thing. CJ, yes. You'll see when your ears, they ring because it's connected to the gods with a powerful ring. You know? It's a motherfucking real powerful thing. I might have said that wrong, but you know what I'm saying. Check this shit out. Here. Oh, Sky Hopper is Paul. Yeah. These guys. Yeah, Danny, Skylark, Sky Hopper is Paul. Yeah, I thought that's who I thought you meant. I didn't know. I thought we always use code names in here and shit, or actual names. Well, there you go. Oh, look at this! Isn't that fun? You can have this fucking giant oak here, and then just right here you have a palm tree. Yeah, isn't that great? I never really hung out at this park before. It's pretty alright. I don't know. These fat little things. Alright. I got a little bit more time before I gotta do something else, because these chargers are not giving me all the juice I need. My phone is almost dead, and I do need to get back to the other side of town, or else I don't have a phone. And if I don't have a phone, then I'm fucking worthless to everyone, apparently. Danny Skyhopper. Let me call you Danny Skyhopper. Danny Skylark. I need better pay IBU. Sectarian. I have no fucking idea what that means. Like, I'm like, so every once in a while, Danny, you'd say some shit that just I can't, it overloads my brain. I don't know. I have no fucking clue what you're saying right now. So I'll allow that, but I don't know what it means. And tinnitus, the ear ringing thing. Well, it depends on who you ask. Some people think the ear ringing is due to something bad, and some people think it's due to something good. And I think it could be both. It depends on if your ears are actually ringing. If you're son of a bitch. It could. Oh shit! I'm gonna go the other direction now. So if your ears are ringing inside of your skull, it's going to be different if your ears are actually ringing versus your organs are ringing. Most people aren't healthy enough to actually have their organs ringing. I don't think. Because you could hear different. It's kind of like if you go to bed at 2 in the morning, and then all of a sudden you wake up at 3 and it's very silent. It's very silent, but you can hear a certain tone. That tone is probably connected to the networks in your house. But then again, it could be connected to higher level networks, you know, outside of the frequency and bandwidth. It's a really, really large question that I can't answer here right now. But I will another time. I mean, I've answered it before, but let me stand up. What? Ah! Okay. Here we go. Oh man, today has been the first day it's been cold here. And by cold, I mean like 78 degrees or some shit. I don't know. It's like it's below 80, so that's cold. And below 80, well, if it was 80 in Ireland, it'd be like what, 22 degrees Celsius? And we deal with Fahrenheit. I don't know what the difference is. Why they use the different words. Eli Jenny, you wearing a green sweat liquor today? A green sweater? Nice. Peace out, Sky Harbor. Alive and awake, which you must have been misplaced, because I don't know. What would you like? Instance, yeah. Sometimes what you hear is something going on around you, and sometimes literally what you hear is a frequency inside of your skull or inside of your organs. That's as simple as to make it, you know? You can't really explain to people how that functions, not knowing their general mental, physical health and how much they know about, like, have you ever got out of body and smelled something? Having the ability to have you ever had a dream and you could smell something? which is way different than smelling something here or hearing something here and it waking you up. It's way different. It's kind of like how they say there's only certain things you can do in dreams, and sometimes they say you can't read, you can't do this, you can't do that. Like, no, you can't. You can do all of those things in dreams, and in fact, way more. Have you ever zoomed in on something in a dream? Danny, what does 78 have to do with anything? All these numbers. Danny Skylark, what you mean 78? What the year you were born? Is that what it was? You weren't born in 78. You was born like 1980, dude. What you talking about? No, you're probably born in like 1990. Now fuck that. You're probably born in like 1999, Danny. Okay, see instance 65. I don't even know what that's not even a number. This is sound to me. Sounds like oh, I could just smell that. I could smell that bird shit. 65. Well. All right, guys. This has been fun. Now we're getting to the tail end of this weirdness. Thanks for joining me for this live broadcast of insanity and weirdness, because I don't have any more juice in my phone. I have only about 17% left, and I would like to use this to order an Uber and maybe some food and get the fuck out of this park, because there's a lot of weird people in here now that are fucking crusters, and and maybe one of these days I'll give you my best impression of one of my favorite YouTube or Instagram channels, and I'll tell you it next time. I'll make the title of it, because I don't want this to come at the end of a hour and 20-minute video where no one will get to see it. I want everybody to know about Bob, and he's one of the greatest out here, and he does a really fantastic. You know how people would do the voiceover for all of the sports, and he says some funny shit, and I'm gonna put you on to him soon. But I'm pretty good at it. I don't share that with anybody. I don't share my humorous side, because I gotta act like I know something. You can't be funny if you know something. But good to see y'all. Have a beautiful day. Do good things. If you can't do that, at least fucking don't wipe your ass, don't clean your ass, let the shit dry there, and then scrape it off and feed it to the owls. I don't know, because they like shit. This is what I've heard, and I suggest to you to find yourself a unique algorithm on the YouTube and the Instagram. I mean, that's what you got to do. You just got to put the right pound signs in there, and they're all gonna get back at you. You're gonna find new friends and new flavors and a whole new world to explore, just by putting pound signs next to stupid words. I don't do this yet, because I think it'd be too weird, because I don't need that many friends. I ride alone, because I'm the motherfucking devil, and you should be too, you devilish little freaks. Stay well, do fucking weird shit. Bye bye. Toodles.